So in today's video, we have 7 older puppies that we are doing their second round of distemper and parvo vaccine. So we have 2 of Shae and Kipper's females that we still have here, and then we have 4 of Millie and Leo's puppies that we still have here, and then we have the little puppy that we got from Indiana that's going to be a future Aussiedoodle stud for us. Hopefully, as long as everything goes good. So these puppies are old enough to where we might be a few days behind where we should have done them like a week or so ago or just a few days ago. So let's go ahead and get these puppies out, show them off. We spent all morning shaving their pads, trimming up their feet, doing their nails, trimming their eyes, just doing the kind of stuff that you're supposed to be doing to get them ready for grooming once they get older. And we're just so excited because I can't wait to show them off because they are absolutely adorable. Some have different characteristics. You know, some have a little bit thinner hair, there's one that has silky hair that's kind of more flat. It's just really fun to see the different genetics, especially when you're doing F1B litters. This is the kind of thing that, you know, you don't get consistency in F1Bs, but at least we can see kind of what is going on. So I'm excited. So these puppies are available except for the last one that we're gonna do, and that's gonna be Mr. Dutton, but we'll talk about him when he gets here. Let's go ahead and start with Shae's puppies and go ahead and get the first puppy out. It's one that we've been training. So here's our yellow collar female girl, and she is so sweet. And when I say sweet, she is cuddly, she is very smart. She is just a really, really good puppy. So we have been training her. So of course I would love to do this with every single puppy that we have that's older, but I can't, you know, we are gonna have to get started with another, but you know, we have to be consistent, and it's a almost all day thing, but she is so good. So this is Miss Yellow Collar, I think I already said that, but she does have a mild hernia, but it's like so tiny, so small, and that's no issue, but she is so sweet. So last week, so when I got her out to start, you know, doing training with her, I groomed her, so bathe, blow dry, you know, trimmed her up. She did so good. Like, I'm just so proud of my puppies. All the puppies that I did today, I didn't bathe everybody, but I was able to, you know, trim them up and do all that stuff, and they are so good for me. Like, I am just so proud. Like, I hold their paws up and shave their pads, I twist them around, put their back feet up, and none of them, like, fight me. It's like they know it's like, okay, you know, let's do what mom says and get it done so it can be done quicker. So, but this is well, I already said that. I'm so excited about you, Miss Yellow. But she is very smart. I'm gonna try to go ahead and put some videos in here of the training that we've done for her already. So she can sit, she can lay down, she can make eye contact. Like if she wants something, like she just looks me in the eyes, and that's something that you train and something I've been working on. She can leash walk, she rides in a car, and she does fantastic. She's crate trained, and she's been out in our house with us full time with all of our dogs, and no problem at all. Of course, we have had a few accidents, but it's, you know, we have 5 of our dogs. We have an extra mama here right now, plus little Dutton puppy that we have, so we've got a lot of dogs at one time. Oh, I love you so much. When I was doing recording, I haven't put the video together, but I was doing a video like this about getting her ready, and now I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, with like doing her bath and all that and training, and we went out to a restaurant with her, all of that stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna get time to put that together, which I might, but if she finds her home before I do, that might just like go into her preparation of getting her ready. But I'm just so proud of her. Like, she really makes me happy. She is going to make somebody either older or with kids. She's gonna make a family very happy, whoever it is, just because she's not mouthy, you know, she's not bitey. you know, she barks sometimes if she gets kind of, I wouldn't say spooked, but you know, like my sister had came over and she had a dog and she was like, and it was just funny because it was more of an alert bark, but she's not a normal barker. Like at nighttime, she doesn't make a peep. She does perfectly fine at night. Oh, and like I was saying in the video that I was gonna put together, I talked about her not being a kisser, but it's so funny because she is on her own time. She gets super excited and she'll get right up in your face and start kissing you. I'm sure if you don't want that, you can, you know, get it out of her, but. All right, well, we don't have all day for a video, do we? So her weight, let me look, 9 pounds, 11.8 ounces. So she's a bigger puppy right now, but she's also 13 weeks and 2 days old. My goodness. We usually don't have puppies, you know, this much older. If she doesn't sell and we end up, you know, having her until she's fully vaccinated, we might try to like sell her as a puppy that can be imported somewhere, because I have a lot of families and a lot of people from out of the country that ask about getting a puppy from me, and we just, you know, you have to keep them for that extra time. They have to have the extra vaccines and all of that stuff, so maybe that's what she has. What do you think? What do you think, darling? All right, so let's go ahead and do our vaccine. We did go ahead and deworm again today. Of course, I did all this stuff without being on camera because I was just trying to get everything done. Scratch, scratch, scratch. She's got so much hair. Tint the skin, push through, pull back, there's a suction. So we give it. If you've not seen my videos before, we pull back. If there's a suction, that means you're in the skin. If you pull back and you get air, which we've done before, you know, the vet's done. I used to work at the vet and it happens. Then you just need to take out and get the air out of it and reposition and do it again so you don't waste the vaccine. And they get it all. But this is Miss Yellow from Shae and Kipper's litter. So she has a sister that her hair's a little bit different than everybody else's. So let's go grab her, and that is Miss Purple. Next is Miss Purple. So this is Shae and Kipper's Miss Purple. So she's so funny because with her hair, she's got a lot of hair, but it's more like slick up the face and stuff. And we did trim, you know, she does have hair that grows in front of her eyes and all of that. It's just thinner at the moment. And it will grow in, but it's definitely like a silkier type of hair, and I love it. She does shed some, not much, but she does shed. And you can actually tell, like, look at her legs. I don't know if you can tell. A little bit wispy type of hair. But she is very sweet. She loves the other puppies. She, like if she's up against the fence of another litter, she's over there kissing them and licking their faces and different stuff like that. She loves to play fetch. She loves to play in the water. So that's really cool. And I wish I had videos of all of this stuff. I just haven't been able to yet. Now when I say water, we haven't went to the creek. We haven't went to, you know, a lake or anything like that. But we've had, you know, the pools that we put outside, sometime with toys, sometimes with water. And she kind of likes to play in the water bowl too. That's what kind of cued me to know to do the water outside, because she was always like trying to play in it. But thankfully, since we've got her extra time outside and doing that, she's not, you know, she's not too fussy about it. What do you think, darling? So she's crate trained, you know, doing very, very well. She, same as her sister, Miss Yellow, she'll have a few alert barks. The only time that she does that is like if our lab comes on the outside of the fence and is trying to play, she will kind of do like little barks at her, but that is about it. So she's a pound less than the puppy I had, Miss Yellow. So she's 8 pounds, 11 ounces, 13 weeks and 2 days old. So we are doing their second vaccine today. We should have had a vaccine about a week and a half ago. But I was thinking, you know, if our families, if their families were to come and get them, then their vet could go ahead, instead of going, like if we do vaccines today and then they get picked up in the next couple days. We don't do vaccines for at least 4 more weeks. And I just didn't want the vet, you know, trying to push the families to do vaccines when I've already done them. So I was trying just to kind of push to see if, you know, the vet could do the first vaccines for the fact of just not over vaccinating. What do you think, darling? Very sweet though. She has a lot of Shae's personality. So Shae is super, super sweet. Kind of this holding her ears back. She looks like she's nervous, but it's not nervousness. It's just the way that she holds herself. But she is so sweet. Like, she's just very, very lovey, huh? But you're like your sister. You're not much of a kisser. You're not much of a kisser, are you? All right, vaccine time. So we've got our vaccine. Let's just part this hair. Her hair is so long. All right, because I like to see the skin. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Tint the skin. Push through. Pull back. There's a section. So we give it. Oh, I know, you almost was falling. All right, well, this is Miss Purple. Look at that white patch right there. It's pretty cute. White chest. It's so funny, they look so much bigger when I'm looking at the view on the camera. Y'all look a lot bigger than you really are. Yeah. But for someone that wants a dog that is a little bit more hypoallergenic than, you know, the purebred and a mix, so that less chance of getting any type of non-testable diseases, that kind of thing. So our dogs are disease free. So that is one thing. We never breed dogs that have the same genetic disease together. If they carry one, we never would breed a dog that has 2 genes of anything. But if a dog ever come up testing like they had 1 gene, they're not affected by it, but you just have to make sure that you don't breed them to another dog that has that same gene, so puppies have a chance of having it. So we do everything we can to produce healthy puppies. This is Miss Purple, and this is the end of Shae and Kipper's litter. So we have our 2 females that are still available. Now they've had their second vaccines, and they are ready to go home. So let's go ahead and get Millie and Leo's first puppy. So this is Millie and Leo's pink collar female. And I don't know how she is still available because she is so adorable. She's on the smaller side. Let me see. 6 pounds, 9 ounces. So besides the little boy that was so tiny, she is the smallest still. What do you think, darling? You like your mama with holding those ears back, huh? They are just adorable. I'm like so excited. It's kind of like a catch-22 because I do like that when we have puppies that are, you know, older, they are really well mannered and they do really well. So they are going to go to the perfect family that needs a puppy that's a little bit older. What? She says, you don't mean I don't get to stay here? I know, you have so much fun. You and your siblings. Yeah. So we did merge her litter and Shae's puppies, the ones that were still available, together. So they've just been having a good old time. But super sweet. So all of these puppies should be under 20 pounds. So our biggest girl, which was Miss Yellow, the one that we're training, she should be around 18 pounds, full grown. Her sister may be around 17, 18, probably pretty close to the same. And then this litter, Millie's litter seems to be more petite on the smaller side. And I'm thinking besides the little boy, our other one, and her, you know, she is on the smaller side too. She should probably be around 14, 15 pounds. And then the little boy, of course, we'll talk about him, but I think that he'll probably be like 12 or 13. He is so cute. They're all so cute. But I love these brown noses, which has the light eyes. Are you holding your head up? Some of the puppies always want to do like that. What? She won't look down. See? All right, so let's go ahead and give her vaccine. I know, darling. Let's get in between all this hair. Scratch, scratch, scratch. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I know you wanted to hug. But we want to show you off to the camera. And you're not doing a good job. All right, well, this sounds good, so let me go ahead and get one of her other sisters. So next is Miss Red. So she has a curly coat, but it is full. It's very thick. So she was 6 pounds, 13.5 ounces. Weren't ya? So the girl we just had was 6 pounds, 9 ounces. So not too much bigger, but definitely a bigger frame. What do you think? But she has got, just look at her. She has like all these waves in her hair. She's just gorgeous. What do you think? Like I said, we shaved their pads, you know, trimmed their nails, trimmed everything, trimmed their eyes, trimmed their private parts. Getting them ready for their baths. We actually have a lady that's coming to visit all of our available puppies. Not all of them. She had listed 4 to kind of help us out with not having to do all, but I don't really want to limit her to much. So any that will fit her needs for what she's looking for, that's what I want to do. I want her to have options, you know, of what she might take home. What do you think? Huh? What do you think, darling? But we've got some white on our chest, not a whole lot. But we'll see Miss Purple next. She has a lot of white on her chest. What do you think? But the puppies are playing. I don't know if you can hear them. But literally, like how I'm holding her, you pick them up. They're like dish rags. You know, you just do kind of what you want to with them. They love going in the crate because that's where I feed them. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that is it. And then they spend some time in there. And they really do. They don't mind it, which is nice. We're not having barking and stuff like that. It's, they really are just, they're good puppies. And they love a schedule. And I love a schedule. You know, consistency is the key. Ain't it? Okay, let's do her vaccine. Vaccine. All right, sorry about that. So, vaccine. Just part this hair. So much hair on these puppies. All right, scratch, scratch, scratch. Tint the skin. Push through, pull back. And that is Miss Red. So now let's go get Miss Purple. So next is Miss Purple. So she is really gorgeous too. Really thick coat. So when she was a little bit younger, around her snout, like around this muzzle part and stuff, wasn't as thick, but it's definitely grown in. But their hair is just so thick, the whole litter's hair. Millie's got really good hair though for an F1. So F1s are first generation, and of course that's their mom bred back to a poodle to make F1Bs, which are them. But F1s are kind of the same as F1Bs, and normally, like if you see Millie and she's got a really good soft coat, you're gonna have puppies that have hair like that. Now we've got Shae, which has hair more kind of like purple. That's when they can throw coats like that. What do you think, baby girl? So she is our one with our white streak down our chest. So she was 6 pounds, 13.5 ounces. So she was just right there, literally 0.3 ounces, a little bit less than the puppy we just had. So practically the same. What do you think? Her hair though is just so like spins everywhere. What are you doing, baby girl? Very sweet. Very sweet. What do you think? So this litter is actually not scared of anything. So they are just super well-mannered, well-rounded puppies. Like all of our older puppies, they love the crate. They do fine in there. Again, that's because that's where they eat all their meals, so they kind of have to. If they're hungry, that's going to be where they're going to want to go. You ready for a vaccine? She's like, no. All right, so here's her vaccine. Part the hair. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Tempt the skin. Push through. Pull back. There's a section. Yes, so we give it. All right, so we have one more in this litter, and that's Mr. Green. That was the boy in this litter, so let's go get him. All right, so here is Mr. Green. So he was our only boy in this litter. He was very tiny. So right now he is 5 pounds, 12.8 ounces. So he's about a pound less than the girls that we have. He is definitely on the smaller side. What? You can see, which I guess if we could compare the noses of them, he just has a tiny nose. He's just tiny, tiny, tiny. Very sweet though. He's very fast, but they all are very fast. But he in the beginning kind of was the most like, let's go, let's play. And he's actually calmed down quite a bit. So everybody's very playful together. When you get him out like one-on-one, there's like, hey, what's going on? Let's get it checked out. So that's another reason they do need to end up going to their new homes, is because we just need to get them on their, you know, schedule at their new home and stuff, and just get them with their new family. Don't we? Yes, you're very sweet. You're very sweet. Are you kissy? Oh, yes. Very sweet though, as you can tell. What do you think? So just pretty much solid chocolate. Very thick coat. But the coat around his snout, just like I talked about Miss Purple having, his is kind of not grown in fully yet. It will. He's got all of that, you know, genetically for furnishings. It's just thinner on his face right now. And usually when we see that, that is where they can shed a little, but his coat is so thick, and unless you brush him out, you're not really going to notice much of shedding. I always recommend to keep the dogs on, you know, they're cut on the shorter side anyways. Just like we have with Dave, you know, like our boy Dave. We keep his hair on the shorter side so you don't, you know, because he does shed. So you don't see much of his hair. Now, if we let his hair grow out a lot, what are you giving me kisses for? That's so nice. But if we do keep his hair long, I do notice it with him. But he has hair kind of like Shae anyways. It's more of like a more coarse, but his is really soft. So you have better hair than Dave. Yes, you do. You've got better hair than him. All right, so let's go ahead and do his vaccine. And then we're gonna get our little Dutton. I haven't done a video of him yet. I've done lots of videoing and planning to put a video together. I just haven't done it yet because I'm behind on other videos and I can't take that time of doing things kind of our own stuff. We need to make sure with these litters that we have that we're getting them out there, not only, you know, for them to find their homes, but for our people that are on our list for our younger puppies so they can see their babies. Okay. All right, so vaccine. All right, so let's see the skin. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Tempt, push through, pull back. So all of these puppies did really good. They seem to be a very strong, you know, they're not wussies. You know, they are very, you know, hardy to where I'm gonna get my little Dutton and he probably will scream bloody murder when I do a vaccine because he's very sensitive. So he come from another breeder, and it could just be him and his genetics, or it could be, you know, because we do, you know, grab our puppies and do different stuff and put them in the crates, and we're constantly handling, and we're not being so gentle. We just kind of roughing around, just because if they end up going to homes with kids, we don't want them to get scared or, you know, snappy or anything like that. So we'll have to cross our fingers with Dutton, so let's go get him. All right, you see me smiling because this is little Dutton, and he is the cutest thing I've ever seen. So this is what we want to produce in almost all of our puppies with tuxedo markings. So he is a black Phantom Tri. So he's an F1B petite Aussiedoodle. I think he's actually going to end up being toy because he just hit 3 pounds. Which I think over the last couple days he's up to 3 pounds and 2 ounces, but he is just so tiny. So he did get actually a bath and blow dry. Look at him. He is so sweet. He did get a bath and blow dry today because I have been grooming our adult dogs and dogs that are on our couch and stuff. So I went ahead and did him because he's been roughhousing with Miss Yellow. So I wanted him to be clean because he stays like right here all the time. He does wonderful in a soft crate, so like a cat, carry bag. He does really good at. The first day that I got him was it the first night or second night that we were out of power from the hurricane? And he screamed, I think for like an hour. And no, it was the second night because it was the night after Joey had her puppies. So I had a litter of puppies by flashlight and I was up all night. So the next night I was just exhausted. And after him screaming for an hour, I was like, oh, so I got up, got the bag, put him in it and put it on, like just set that bag on my bed. He didn't make a peep. And ever since then, that's what he wants to go in when it's nap time. So it's pretty cool. But he's so tiny, like so tiny. I'm thinking on the chart, he's gonna be like, it says 7.5 to 8 pounds, but I'm hoping he's gonna get up like 10 to 12. I was hoping he'd be 15. Look at him though. He is very, very sweet. But he's definitely different than our puppies here, and it's just it's gonna be cool to see how he is. He's very sweet. He is playful. Which our dogs usually don't do this, but he does hump a lot of stuff like toys and stuff like that, or some of the other puppies, and that's just a dominant thing. But it's just fun stuff. Hey, people are wanting to see you. But look at this. See, not so cute. So when he's up and walking, this looks like the Y logo for Yellowstone, and that's why we named him Dutton. So I do have a family that's interested in him as a guardian home, and they aren't available until like the 27th, I think, of this month. And I think I'm just gonna hold on to him for a little bit and see how he does and get his testing and all that done before we find a guardian home for him, just so we have all of that out of the way and we don't have to worry about that part. They were planning on getting him when they got back from like a little trip, but I'm a little, when I have worry in my mind, I just, I don't want to go there. Just uncertainty, not worry. I'm not much of a worrier, but I'm just not certain. So I think he's gonna hang with us for a little bit. What do you think about that? Does that sound like a plan? He does love me. And I do love him a lot. We don't need another dog though, but he's very sweet. It's so funny, if he is with Todd, they look like they are twins. He's like mini me, like Todd. Oh, do you see yourself? He's like, quit shining this. All right, he's gonna wake up when I give him a shot. So he is 11 weeks and no, he's 10.5 weeks old. He got a vaccine from his breeder at 6 weeks old. So we're like 5 weeks out, 5.5 weeks. So we probably should have done one last week, but the first vaccine he got was too early. So that's okay though. Now we're gonna be on schedule. So here's our vaccine. Oh my goodness, do you think he's gonna scream? Maybe not. Maybe I'll be good. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Tint the skin. Push through. Okay, hold on. pull back. There's a section. So we give it, okay. I know, but I had to get it in there. I know. Are you mad at me? Are you mad? Huh? Are you mad? You're fine, baby. You're fine. All right, so everybody, this is Mr. Dutton. And he is a sweet boy, and I hope that he is going to be a future stud for us, for our Aussiedoodles. Hey. Now he's mad. All right, so that is it with vaccinating our older puppies. I hope you enjoyed seeing them and then meeting Mr. Dutton. If you have any interest in these puppies, let me know. So in the description will be some information about them. We will have the puppy in order. So the puppy, who the parents are, their age, weight, and then if you have any questions, just let me know. But what I'm gonna do now is let's go ahead and get them outside. Well, they're outside if you can hear them, but we're gonna let them like run and play and give them some toys and video that, so that'll end this video. But we'll see you next time. But again, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye. Miss Purple, and Miss Red, and Mr. Green, there's Miss Yellow, and another Miss Purple, and Miss Pink. There's Miss Pink.